What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Nidus Anarchy series. I'm your host, Adam, CIO and co-founder of Nidus. And right now, we're going to build a health app using all AI. I've never done a full, huge project like this, but you're going to see how I develop with AI. This all stems from a podcast that was just recorded with Ian, where we're trying to say, like, he had an app that would take a picture of a piece of food, and then it would tell you how many calories and the nutrition facts of it. And I was like, this is literally just an API call to an LLM. As I bet that's all it's doing. Turns out that worked better. So I'm going to go through and try to make a quick health app that's cross-platform. So it should work on web, iOS, Android. So I'm basically just going to do it in React Native. But I'm only going to work on the web portion first because I'm going to try to see, this is like a speed run. But I'm doing the whole thing using AI development. I've never developed a React app, so I don't really know React. I know JavaScript. But the whole idea is going to be a web front end, and we're going to go into AWS and make lambdas for all the calls into the AI LLMs for getting the information, retrieving it, and displaying it back to the user. So I have no idea what's going to happen, but here we go. So the health app, we're just going to call this thing the AI Health Helper. I don't know until we get a better name. That's just what we're calling it. So I went ahead and created the prompt ahead of time here with kind of the idea of what the app should be doing, and this is just a much larger version of what we were doing in the previous video, but this is for a prompt to create the app. So the first thing I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to tell the AI assistant that you are to create me a plan on how to create this app I want. Then I'm going to go through and create each part. So this is what I have so far. Maybe I should read this thing out. So if there's a bookmark, you can skip to the next part. So the whole thing is, you are an AI planning assistant. Your task is to create a detailed plan based on the user's request. Consider all aspects of the task, break it down into steps, and provide a comprehensive strategy for accomplishment. Your plan should be clear, actionable, and thorough. Here's the user's request. So this is me just pre-framing the prompt to the LLM to let it know who it needs to be to give me the best results possible for what I'm asking to do. Also, you'll see over here, I'm going to be using ChatGPT o1 Preview to create this because this requires a lot of thinking. And I want it to go back and reiterate over its response to make sure it gives you the best possible thing. From there, we're going to switch into just GPT-4o to do the code development. Claude is better, so maybe I'll use Claude to start out, but I don't get as many credits, so it's not as good for long-term, bigger development like that. But hey, we'll use Claude and then we'll switch to ChatGPT. We'll mess around. So design out all the elements for a cross-platform web app that will allow a user to snap a photo of something and then submit it with a prompt to Claude AI for a formatted response in JSON. Here's the elements that it should have. It should be cross-platform code and React Native for the UI. It should make the API calls to the API gateway in AWS using Lambda that performs all the functions. It should have native graphs where it makes sense that are visible and pleasing to the user. The main purpose of the app is to upload a photo of some food item and get back a list of nutrient facts and then display them to the user. Here's what I want returned in each photo uploaded. What it is, calorie content, fat content, cholesterol, protein, carbs, sugars, ingredient breakdown, nutrition facts, nutritional value, score, A to E, a warning if I should not consume under any circumstances, and any warnings for people based on allergies, age, dietary preferences, etc. Come up with a list of things that should be important for this app. The website should be designed using modern UX UI design practices using jQuery, Twitter Bootstrap for clean design and responsive design. The very top of the app should show the grade clearly and prominently. The color of the letter should relate to how good it is, from A being green, E to being red. If not consumable, replace with a big warning symbol. The app should allow users to enter information about themselves to get more refined results like sex, age, weight, diets, medication, allergies, foods that they don't like, food goals. The app should make a web call to the API with the user's ID and photo. The Lambda being called should take in the user ID and look up the user's preferences in Dynamo and add them all to the user prompt generated in the end to send the AI system for results. So basically, all the stuff that you tell the app about yourself, it should incorporate into the prompt when it sends it off to Claude to say, hey, tell me about this food. So it should come back like, hey, you have dietary restriction to this, warning, right? The Lambda being called should take the user ID and look up the user preferences. Dynamo, the prompt with the image should be sent to the AI for results. The results from the AI should be formatted in specific JSON format response so that we can replace the call to any LLM and get back the same JSON format. So in case we don't want to use Claude, we want to use OpenAI, or as LLMs shift, we want to make it local and do it all in Llama. Or with the new Llama 3.2 3B token edge model, we can have this run all locally on a phone or a watch, right? So that could be kind of cool. User sign up should be just username and password encrypted that's stored in a database. The site should have day and night mode to change based on the time of day local to the user. The graphics on the page should change as well to match. Use SVG for all graphics. This way it should generate graphics to be used, but doing SVG so there's no actual images to be loaded, so keep it light and super simple because it can generate that. It can't really generate images that well like this. Make all web page renderings look and function like a modern responsive web application that works flawlessly with phones. When rendering all the nutrition info on the website and the screen, make it look like a nutrition label. The primary version is developed initially for the web. Along with the photo, allow optional submission of the text along with it. So let's say they upload a picture of a burrito. They can add the text Chipotle chicken burrito with guac for more specific result. Because if you just took a picture of burrito, there's no way it's going to know what's in there. So I figure if you can optionally give it additional text to help it understand what it is, you'll get better results that way. And make it super simple. Not like pick one from a drop down. Just, hey, real type, just type it in. Because with the AI LLMs, we should be able to infer what it is. When rendering the response to the screen, word the response in a succinct, friendly way that's clear to a third grader. So when the response comes back as JSON, it's going to be short, like just bullets almost, right? So we want to make sure that when we write it to the screen, display it to the user, it's more in a user-friendly manner, and we want to keep it third grade level. That's the lowest reading level required for pretty much everything in the US for larger companies, because that's unfortunately the lowest reading level here in the US. I think they cater to Alabama or something like that. Whenever it asks you to make code, should multiple files or folders need to be made, also create a shell script so I can just run this shell script. I'm lazy and I also tell it I'm on a Mac. Name the app as AI Health Helper. So let's go. Okay, here's the prompt. So I'm using ChatGPT o1 Preview. Like I said, I want it to actually really think about what it's going to give me. And we're off to the races. Building and integrating, breaking down the project, laying out the project, mapping out the technology landscape. What's this little down button do? Oh, wow, I can kind of see what it's doing. Whoa, I never even clicked on that before. So I can see basically how it's thinking to develop this. That's pretty crazy. I've never read this. Okay, oh, here we go. Okay, so we have the project overview. Description: AI Health Helper is a cross-platform web application designed to provide users with detailed nutrition information about food items through image recognition and AI processing. Users can upload a photo of a food item, optionally add text description, and receive personalized nutritional facts and warnings based on their personal data and preferences. The application emphasizes modern UI and UX practices, ensuring responsive, visually pleasing experience across devices. Great. Objectives. Technology stack. Okay. Front end: React Native, JavaScript, and JSX. Twitter Bootstrap, jQuery, SVG for graphics, backend Lambda, Gateway, Dynamo, Claude. Others: Node.js and NPM for package management, Git for version control, shell scripting. Cool. System architecture: React Native, Gateway, Lambda, Dynamo. User interface: home screen, photo upload, user profile, results display, Twitter tools. Okay. Front end development. Oh wow, it just went right into it. Back end development. Wow, this is pretty rad. Response handling, database design, JSON response form. Wow, it's got everything. What? This is crazy thorough. Okay, so what I'm going to do, project management. Oh, wow, look at the timeline estimate. Okay, this is cool because this is saying it's going to take 10 weeks to develop this app if I hired a bunch of developers or if I just did it myself, right? So requirement analysis design, 1 to 2 weeks, front-end development. Okay, so 10 weeks to make this app. How long does it take for us to make the app? Resource shell script for the project setup. Wow. Okay, I don't know if I really want to run that now because I want to actually run the script to do, but let's do this. What I do want to do is I definitely want to save this because I may have to be referring to this later. Okay, so there's the whole prompt. Objectives, technology stacks, user interface design, front-end development. Okay, database. Graphics. Okay, so let's just make the front-end code. Okay, so all right, so I'm telling it to start up. Let's make the front end, so we make like the website part of it, and I want it to make a shell script to generate all the files and folders that it's going to do because I don't want to make all that stuff manually. This is lazy AI development. Okay, This is interesting. So I should be able to take this whole thing too. You know, just out of curiosity, since we're here, let's go into Claude. And that, I pasted. And now let's do this. And, oh, I've used all my stuff until 7 p.m. That's like an hour. All right, well, we'll come back to that later. All right, so where are we at here? It's thinking. Look at, interesting. Ensuring compliance, script creation, structuring the front end. Interesting. I'm like rocking out here because if I were to put music out here, then YouTube yells at me. So what? That's rad. We go to the church. This is crazy. It's making everything. This is awesome. Wow. This thing is going. Rad. Whoa. Let's go back to what it listed all the files initially, right? So we can start there while this thing's still going. All right, so interesting. Okay, so here we go. All right, we'll make a little shell script with all this stuff in it. Let's make it executable. Let's run it. What did it do? Oh, interesting. It's installing all this stuff. Wow. So everything's in here? What is it? Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. So I made this lambdas folder already because when I make lambdas, I have kind of like a template that I use just for deployment and making stuff simple. So that's all this is. We'll get to that later. But yeah, so it just made this whole folder. It installed all the node modules, index file, source file, all the assets. This is crazy. Okay, I'm going to take this one step farther. Let's see if I can make myself super lazy. Because I don't want to copy and paste all this stuff. Let's see what it does. So I'm basically, I wanted to say, you know, like echo this whole script into this file times all these files. Because like I could go through and do them all, but I don't want to. It did it. It did all of it. I didn't have to do anything. I love it. Wow. Okay. Okay. Installed. App is done. Thanks. Let's just delete this because that's garbage. All right. So now, go into the AI helper. npm start. Let's see what it makes. Oh. Okay. I'm not doing, and I don't want to think. I'm doing this so lazy. I'm just copying and pasting the error. Let it do it. This is why I love AI development, because like while this is going on, normally what I do is now I'm working on something else that requires my attention and only that I can do with my brain. I'm doing that stuff. This stuff I'm like, okay, cool. Updated shell script. Okay, sorry, blah blah blah. Issues due to missing start script in your packages. Initial script and probably set up the React. Fix this, adjust the script. Okay. So it's redoing the whole thing. All right, whatever. It's not like it matters. Delete it. Okay. So we're going to modify this. That doesn't exist anymore. Delete that. Wait for this to complete, and then we'll just copy and paste this over and run it again. See what happens. I love AI development. And I'm not an expert in this either. Like, this is just how I do it. If you go online and watch YouTube of some people with like crazy cool stuff. Like I just started playing with the cursors IDE. I didn't want to do it here because I'm still figuring it out, and I didn't want you guys to have to go through the torture of me learning stuff while I'm doing this. But that's like basically an AI IDE. It's pretty crazy. I highly recommend checking it out because it's something I'm looking to do. Okay, so that's done. Install. Okay, installing. Installing the packages, installing React. Oh. Okay. And I don't want it to give me the full install again. So let's just do this. Okay, I don't want it to give me the full install file again, so I'm like, oh, crap. Let's try this again. There we go. There. Okay, so now it's got everything. So I don't want it to give me like the full, hey, here's the whole install script again. I just want it to give me just the files I need to update, but I want it to give me the full code because I hate it when it's like, hey, here's the piece you need to replace. Then you gotta sit there and go and find it, and hopefully you did it right, especially when it's like, oh, just edit these 5 places, and you wind up messing up. I just like asking for the full code. It's just easier and quicker, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so let's go into here. Let's expand all this stuff out. This is so crazy that it does this though. Okay. Overview. Okay, updated app.js. Oh. Huh? Oh, yeah, see, this is the stuff I don't like. Insert updated code. Nah, fuck that. Already, it's in there. Okay, changes made. Additional notes. Okay, so I think I might have to do that too. All right, cool. So, this is great. Normally you sit there going, oh, what is this? You gotta sit there and read this thing and figure out what the heck's going on. So annoying. And then you gotta go and Google this, go through Overflow and all that kind of stuff right now. Here's the error message. I don't even care. This is crazy. Like, this is the biggest app where I'm trying to zero shot the whole thing and not just do a file or not even that, just like a piece of a file of an app to work on. Like, I've never done a full app completely developed from scratch, just the whole thing with AI like this. So we are both figuring out how this works out together. Okay. Let's see what happens. It did something. Okay, now I need a picture. You know what? Let me send myself a picture of a cheeseburger that I got on my phone. I already have. Alright, we got the picture of the hamburger. I'm not even going to put that. I can't. Yeah, I do. Because I want to see if it's working, right? Oh, it's not going to do anything. There's nothing that's supposed to. Submit for analysis. Error processing. Perfect. Okay. That's crazy, though. Alright, so now, let's try this. I'm going to show... Oh, okay, so now... How do I do this? Okay, so O1 preview doesn't have vision, so I can't upload a picture to it. But what I can do is create a new chat window. We'll do this one with 4. Okay, so I'm going to have a different LLM, the 4o, which has vision capabilities, to describe the image. Then I'm going to take this, copy the whole thing, put it back into the O1 chat, and tell it to fix the UI based on this. Wow. Okay, this is very detailed. This is so cool. This, I don't remember who said it. Someone said it while this chat's going. Let's spin up. Who said that lazy developers the best because they out the quickest way to do something? I have ChatGPT built right on my computer. It was Bill Gates. Not exact wording. I chose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. That's me. Okay, here we go. Photo upload. Okay, we gotta fix this one. Okay, so now normally this is an easy fix. Normally I would just paste the file into the styles directory here, but I don't want to do that because then the LLM's not going to know what I did and you got to teach it. And it's actually, as crazy as it sounds, I find it more of a pain in the butt to make changes and then tell it what I did and make sure it's right. And sometimes it's not right. So getting the LLM to actually give me the data and how I want it tends to work better. So updated styles. Perfect. Okay, cool. So this one, now we update the styles. This is how it should be, right? This is why you have human in the loop. Okay, here we go. Copy. What? That's crazy. So I'm tweaking the logo's width in the navbar brand logo class to 40 pixels. This ensures the logo displays correctly, aligning with the assistant's previous specifications. Rad. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so we're getting a new updated styles page. This looks much better. Alright, I'm just putting this in there. It should be right, but I'm just getting confirmation since I'm already putting it in anyway. Really just to make sure that it knows this is what my index.js file is. So as it makes updates, we're all on the same page here. Yes, okay, perfect, great. Potential update for React 18. I don't freaking know what I'm using. There you go. Whatever. Okay, so I'll tell just acknowledge and consume when I want it just to have information. So this way, everything that it's continuing to tell me later on. So now it knows every version of every module that's installed. So therefore, you know, it'll make updates as necessary or future code that's going to tell me to do. We're all going to be on the same page as to what versions I have, so it knows how to tell me what to do. Okay, so update. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. So I'm gonna take this prompt again because I'm gonna say, hey, make it better again. But again, this is only the front end. We haven't done the back end yet, and that's where the real magic's gonna take place. But honestly, I don't see that part being terribly difficult. So I'm just gonna need to get the endpoints. Okay, so I can say according to, yeah, okay, just kind of planning ahead of. So I got to get the endpoints of what to create, right? So for all those API endpoints, so I know what to make on the API gateway, and then each one of those needs to be a Lambda. So I'm going to stub out a Lambda folder for each one of those. We'll get it in a minute, but for right now, let's just finish this front end. So far, I mean, we're already there. I'm just nitpicking at this point just to kind of see what it gives me. Okay, what do we got here? Photo upload. Okay. Yeah, that was a step backwards in my opinion. This is one of the problems with AI development though, is like going backwards. Like if you're like think of it like when you make code, you just quick, I'm just gonna undo. Like right now, I'll just undo these files and be back. But it won't know I've undone, and I say just undo back to the other thing. So something I like to do, which I totally forgot about that I'm going to incorporate now, is every time I'm gonna tell it every time it gives me code updates to at the very end tell me what version you're at, so that I can say go back to version whatever. So therefore, if I make changes, I can just say, hey, go back to version whatever, now do this, and then it should build upon that. Most of the time that works out pretty well. If I ever get lost, like it's like, oh man, I don't know what I'm doing, this is different. But normally it's one page, and I just give it the code, I'm like, hey, here's where I'm at right now. Let's start from here. But I can't. There's way too much going on now. So this is going to be a little bit more tricky, right? All right, so we're good. Okay, so now let's go to this thing again here. Okay, so let's just hope it fixes it because I don't want to have to give it all this information to tell it where I am, and I definitely haven't given it a version number. Once we get it kind of figured out, I'll be like, hey, look, this is the version that we're going with. So, updating code thoughtfully. Interesting. Adapting and enhancing. I've noticed need to refine the replace the harsh blue dash border with the softer neutral gray shadow. That background is just horrible, honestly. Whatever. I'm not trying to do anything, right? I've started with the prompt. Other than that, I'm just saying fix it and make it better. Okay, so I'm putting in the version number saying, hey, let's start at version 1.0.0, iterate over the versions as you give me new code updates. And I'm also having it to add one more piece of code update, which is to switch between day and night. Wow, all of a sudden I'm getting crazy markdown. Interesting. But this is cool. So now it's almost like documentation. So we're at version 1.1. Okay, cool. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes up. Feature update, updated files. So now I told it I wanted to put in the day-night manual button just so we can test to see what the styles look like more than anything else. So we'll create a new file. Okay, so this is under source context. Okay, so you see here, rest of that's don't like that, but it's saving on tokens. But now I just got to really make sure none of these other ones had that in there, and I just missed it. Okay, cool. So photo upload. Let's see if we can do this one. It's only one stuff, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, here we go. We all know that developers work better the more alcohol they consume. And right now, I don't really have that much. So this is Jaeger Manifest. I don't know if you guys have ever had this stuff. This stuff is delicious. If you're a Jaeger fan, which I'm a huge Jaeger fan, this is like a crazy refined barrel aged Jaeger that they put out. It is so good. Way better. I like it. Now this is day mode, night mode. Oh, it looks good. It's not horrible. This should be black, and that's blue. But either way, this is all stuff I can change later. I'm not going to get hung up on the design right now. Right now, this looks pretty good. Okay, so the drag and drop's not working. I want that to work because that's like some, I believe, functionality that should work on the browser, right? So let's try to fix that. Once that's fixed and working, now we're gonna go and ask it for the endpoints. So what I'm gonna do over here is let's actually just start asking for those endpoints. Okay, so now, does it work? Hey! This is crazy. I'm not even going to go down the road of trying to make this stuff work right away because I have no API endpoints of any kind to call. So we're just going to go ahead and make that now. It's going to fix my chair because my chair sucks and keeps falling on me. All right, so let's go ahead and make the endpoints. So these are all the endpoints we need to make. It's already found them for me. So I'm not even going to make the API gateway endpoints. I'm going to have it do it for me. Forget the API. I'm not getting into security in here. Now we can throw API keys and all that crap later. Endpoints. I don't even know if that's going to do it. That's going to be crazy because you can't make the API gateway endpoints unless the lambdas already exist because you have to select the lambda that API endpoint is going to go to. Oh, I didn't even tell what endpoints to make. Does it even know? Hold on. So fast. I don't know what's happening. This might be easier just to make it manually. Okay, this is gonna be annoying. I don't want to do this. All right, this is gonna be easier for me just to make it here. Sorry, I'm gonna do this manually, just because it's going to be faster. Honestly, hey, I just always change these things because 512 gives it a quicker startup from cold start. 10 seconds, just because for troubleshooting, it just makes life simpler that way. So that's just what I'm doing. I'm sure there's probably a way to do this with. I I don't know. I've like honestly, I've never had this happen before. I have no idea what's going on. I'm creating it anyway. I have no idea why it's doing that. I've never seen that before. But maybe when I try to invoke it, I'll get a little bit more information as to what's going on, and I can fix it then, I guess. But either way, that's there. Okay. So one thing I've noticed is when doing this, I don't know why, but after creating the stuff, then go and create cores everywhere, I find it just works better for some reason. Enable cores. There we go. Okay, so now that's all my methods. I'm not even going to worry about sign up right now, um, just because that's a whole thing, and I don't really care. I really just want to make a proof of concept. Where are we at now? We're at an hour, a little over an hour. So deploy the API, new stage. We'll call it version 1. Deploy. Okay. API gateway is deployed. I'm not doing authorizers and all that crap. We're just not doing it. Okay, so now let's just do purely the process function because that's the only one that's important. The problem is like I keep fixing spelling mistakes, but it doesn't matter. Like it's actually a waste of time because it knows it doesn't matter unless it's horribly off. It just doesn't care. Okay, so make the lambda, put the environment variable in the lambda. Okay, so I need to make. Let's just get this ready over here. So my lambdas. I remember I stubbed this thing out earlier. So I just do this, copy paste, recall it. I call it the name of the lambda. So AH process handler. Well, it says to call it process handler.js, but if you look in the actual function, which here, let's just go to this one here. So you'll see it's actually index handler. So default, create a key. I'm going to revoke this later, so don't even bother trying to copy it. I'm just going to swap the key out later. Okay, save the key. Okay, so now that's done. All right, well, you know what? Let's pretend I don't know what I'm doing. Age process. So now I have this build script in here. It's just a little shell script. I'll show you what it is real fast. It just takes the current working directory and calls out the name of the lambda, zips it all up, and then uploads it into the function. So it just makes my life simple. So now I can just do this. Ta-da. Okay, so now I need to update the React Native app. So here, process form, process. I don't have a process form. Where the hell is this coming from? What? Oh, damn it. Okay, timeout. I pasted this into the wrong chat. My bad. Sorry. Oh, here. This is supposed to be here, where you have all the information that I just asked for. Oh, that was stupid on my end. Well, either way, I haven't really gone too far. I uploaded it. It's just I'll re-upload the new Lambda app, and I'm probably gonna still use Axios, so I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world. I've upgraded it. It says create post process Lambda function. That's done. That was pretty cool. All right, so this is what it wants me to do now. Oops, nope. Lambdas. It also wants, oh, Axios already installed, whatever. Okay, form data installed. Yeah, I was gonna say, I knew it wasn't gonna be a JS file. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so now build that up and deploy that. Okay, while that's doing that, let's check. Did this come in okay? That's it. Yeah, it's got all the information in there. This is like all new stuff. Whatever. I don't know. At this point, I don't care. I have no idea. Whatever. Okay, it's all there. This is weird. It is not copying. Well, it's thinking. I'm going to do my thinking. Oh. You know what? I'm going to do what it says to do. Okay. Let's go to photo upload. This is the input field. Really? That's it? Just remove the word required? Blocked by cores. I knew that was going to happen. Oh my gosh. Process. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's give it. You know what? I don't want to waste my O1 preview things. I only have so many left. So let's go back to this thing. Enable court. I did that. I already did all this. Well, here, let's try again. Out of curiosity. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. This is why development sucks, is because it's these stupid things that throw you off, and then you gotta do all this dumb. Unless the cores is coming from Lambda, which would be even weirder because I'm not calling it directly. Yeah, there ain't nothing. Okay, so here's how we troubleshoot this. So we have the Lambda. Okay, let's get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. Here's my Lambda. Here's my Lambda. Here's the errors. There we go. And we just copy this whole friggin' thing. Really, O1 preview is really just needed for the planning, not necessarily code development. It's just that it's really good at code development, so I want to use it as much as possible. This is some lightweight stuff, so I'm pawning back to 4.0. Okay, so what are you talking about? Claude API key. What do you think it should? Oh, what? Okay. Oh. And this is I hate to break it to you, this is the boring part, man. Because this is going to be the back and forth and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Okay, I'm actually going to put this back because I like the little error checking that it put in there. That's actually pretty rad. So let's save that. Let's update the code. Okay. There we go. This way I can just leave this thing running. Probably should have done it the other way around. Whatever, who cares at this point? Just messing around. Okay, so now we got... I don't care what the API gave it right now. It's getting through. That's all I care about. Let's clear this out. This has been updated. And now we gotta throw Icon has cheeseburger over there. Come out! See, I don't know if you've ever seen the diagram. There's a really good line graph that shows how good you get at coding the more you drink, and then there's all of a sudden instant fall off. I'm like near the top. I feel like I could do one more and be okay. It's gonna be kind of tricky though. All right, so let's see here. Axios not defined. This is the new one, right? This is not right at all. So what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this. We're going to backtrack one. By the way, I'm not expecting this to work anytime soon at all. This is definitely, we're going to have some troubleshooting to do here. This is what you send me. All right, here's what we're going to go with. Woo! This is going to be really boring for a lot of people. So in that case, most people haven't made it this far. So if I just keep up my little tasty beverage consumption, it's like, here we go. It did something. I don't know what it did. I don't care. This is hacking, by the way. You know those crazy hacker movies? This is it. This is the real hacking. This is what happens. You just sit there. Nope. Fuck. Like, this is all it is. Okay, here we go. Now we got some legit stuff. So let's paste this back in. Oh, I hate it when this happens. I basically just borked the whole chat thread because now it's just going to keep trying. I should not have done that because this is image data, which is stupid. Okay, so now we need a new one. Just to let it know that that's not really what was posted, but to know it's up. God, it's so fast. It's crazy. Okay. Add some logging before event handlers. Give me the full code. See, when you've been drinking this much, and it's going to just throw you like, oh, you need to figure it out. It's a game. I don't want to play that game. Just give me the full code. Hell yeah, buckle up. We're diving headfirst into digital chaos like a pack of wild bats tearing through a Vegas Strip. Code, caffeine, and carnage. I'm all in. No fluff, no explanations. Just raw, unfiltered logic, my friend. Let's burn some rubber in the tech wasteland. When you need a code, I'll give you two straight. What's next in this mad circus? I love AI. It's so much fun. Okay. Let's upload this thing. Mind you, I don't know what's happening anymore. So... the sweet sting of madness in Codebase, a classic reference error. Everyone should have an IDE pen pal like Hunter S. Thompson like I do. Full code. Now that should do the trick. No more required. Just the sleek ESM imports we need to avoid tripping into a pit of code rage. Run that beast and watch it fly. Or crash spectacularly. It's all part of the fun. It's so true. Here we go. Now we're having some fun. Let's build this bad boy out. Okay. Clear. I'm not even going to bother with this because who cares? Okay. What do we got? I feel like I'm playing the code lotto. Whoa. Okay. Looks like we've gone a lot farther. Yeah, you don't need all that. Oh, is this failing calling to Anthropic? Yeah. Oh, come on. No. Oh, well. This guy, James, what up? Not the right Anthropic, but buddy of ours. Okay, so here API documentation. Sorry, I apologize. How for hearing me everywhere. Right, how do I post an image with a prompt for inference? I don't even know what the right thing is. This is how help should be. This is okay. This is exactly what I want to make for enterprises. So when you go in, you're like, how do I connect to this server with these whatever, and it just knows where all this stuff is because it has all the information. I'd prefer it doesn't take so long. That would be rad. But here we go. That's what I want. Okay, so now I'm going to give it the information from the SDK. So, steps to resolve? What? No. I don't know if this is enough. I feel like that's enough words in order to figure it out. Oh my gosh. Whatever. I just want it to be cool. Now we're talking. Okay, now. Wait, I see some ellipsis. Okay, this is funny. No one codes like this that I shouldn't say no one. I've been doing JavaScript node development for a very long time. I've never used this type of syntax, and AI does it all the time, like all the time, which is crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy this bad boy. There it is. That's the stuff you need. You're bringing the Anthropic SDK into play. Eh? Smooth choice. Let me translate that TypeScript approach in Node.js you're dealing with. Since Node 20 modern JS support, await without having to wrap everything in async. I love AI. I love it. Okay, what do we got now? Come on, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Busy boy is not a constructor. It still keeps doing this. You know what? I only know one thing that's going to solve this problem. Okay, but that's not the whole thing, because it doesn't... Oh, it is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's the imports? I don't... Oh, hold on. Give me the full Node.js script for the lamb. I'm telling Hunter to give me a joke. Okay, so while it's doing this. Identity management, huh? I've seen more reliable identities in Vegas casino at 3 a.m. trying to pass off fake IDs to a coked up bouncer with a moral compass of a broken gyroscope. The real trouble with identity management isn't the technology, it's that no one knows who the hell they are anymore. You spend half the day proving you're you, only to realize you're not even sure you are you by the end of it. And God forbid the password you picked for when you were sober, then say reset it? Sure. Let me just reset my entire existence while I'm at it. Madness. This is so good. Oh, man. Okay. We got the full thing now. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Always Give me full code in responses. Lots of exclamation points. Okay. Yeah, great. I think I have that now. Well, do I? You know what? I don't know. And honestly, it'll take me this long just to make sure that it is. So now I know what it is. Okay. What do we got? I think we should move to some Slayer. Error type. Is this that busy boy thing again? Holy crap, dude. Just switch to a different lib. This isn't working. Got it. Formidable. Wonderful. Okay. This. Yeah, forget that busy boy thing. Obviously, we're having problems. Okay, key changes. Steps to deploy. Did it. Set your entropy in the environment. That's fine too. Okay. Clear. Deployed. Analyze. Man, this thing is crazy. Okay, so this is the last time I'm doing this because now I'm going to Claude. This is, I don't even know why I'm not in Claude, honestly. Oh, we're past 7. Yeah, we got our quota back. Full code with fixes. Sure it is. Let's see if you... Okay, so, are you done? Done. Alright, copy. I have a feeling we're gonna get the same freaking error again. Like, sometimes it just gets stuck and it can't figure it out. So, that's when I like to just go to a completely different LLM and get, because it's like talking to a whole new person. You just get a whole new way of thinking, and sometimes it's just what you need to get things going, especially if I get the same error again. Yeah, look at that. I bet the same thing again. Unhail promise. Yeah, forget this. Okay, here's my code. Holy hell, you magnificent bastard. Your code's tripping balls harder than a lizard in a blender. Let's crank this mother up to an 11 and make it scream like a banshee with a tail on fire. Now we're talking, buddy. Okay, way faster code, too. This is why I like Claude, man. I love Claude. It's so good. Here we go. Now listen here, you twisted genius. So jacked up your code like a 5-day acid trip in the Nevada desert. We're logging more than the lumberjack convention, more verbosity than a politician on speed. The main fix is in this thing. Okay, rad, don't care. We got the full code. Rad. Okay, copy. Paste. Build. Clear. And run. It updated the comments in the code as Hunter S. Thompson. Look at this. By the gods of Gonzo, we have an event. Oh, this is rad. Okay, I'm going to not copy that, though, because that's probably huge, right? Yeah, we don't want that. There we go. Fix it. Holy mother of mescaline. We've stumbled into a cosmic clusterfuck of epic proportions. Our code's gone off the rails like a runaway freight train, loaded with nitroglycerin and bad karma. But fear not, your psychedelic warrior, we shall wrestle this digital demon into submission or die trying. I love the attitude. Let's dissect this beast like a frog in a high school biology class on acid. The error is screaming at us. Oh, I cannot follow that. About content length being as absent as sobriety as a Grateful Dead concert. Time to strap in our debugging goggles and dive into the swirling vortex of madness. Listen up, you magnificent bastard. Before an open our surgery on this code while riding a unicycle through a minefield. Here's what we've done. This is so much more fun. Okay, here we go. I actually want to read what it says. It's vastly entertaining. Okay, here we go. Holy mother of syntax errors. We've stumbled into a pit of parenthetical despair, my friend. Our code is screaming for closure like a beat poet at the end of a caffeine-fueled tirade. But fear not. We shall wrestle this punctual demon into submission with the fury of 1,000 typewriters. This is awesome. All right, you digital desperado, let's dive back into the syntactical soup and fish out that rogue parenthesis. This is rad. Okay, copy, paste. Cool. I need the retries. Where's my retry limit? Is this it's when it fails, it's retrying 3 times, and that is completely pointless. Just fix it. Why is this? The thing is, like, I don't even know if it's fixing a different error. Like if I've moved on and I'm just encountering new errors, or if it's just trying to fix the same error again. I feel like it's the same error. Yeah, the same syntactical hellscape. I agree with you. Okay. So give me the right code. See, this is where agents come into play, because an agent will just see the error and then suck it back to the LLM to fix it, run it again, fails, and back and forth, back and forth. Basically, it replaces me doing this dumb work. But right now, I'm still a dumb, so I'm going to keep copying and pasting this thing until it frickin' works, basically. Which is stupid. I feel like I'm hitting like a block where like I kind of need to actually read the code to figure out what the heck is going on. I just really don't want to do that because I'm lazy. Okay. Let's get some logs. There we go. This is going to console out the crazy. I love when it puts emojis. I started doing that when I built this high frequency trader bot with Bitcoin stuff, and we were doing like 20 million in volume a day. We were doing like 4% of all of Coinbase's Bitcoin traffic bot with our trading bots. Anyway, I started using emojis in my logging statements because when I'm watching a screen by, it makes a real quick visual interpretation of what's going on. It's actually pretty cool. So I'm kind of cool to see that Cloud is putting in emojis into the logs, although I don't think they translate into CloudWatch, because I think I've done this before. But I don't know, maybe CloudWatch has updated themselves. We're about to find out. Either way, clear, analyze. I'm not even going to figure it out. I'm just, holy jumping JavaScript, Batman. We've stumbled into a module meltdown. Our code's throwing a tantrum like a toddler who's been denied their favorite toy. But fear not, my tenacious troubleshooter, for we shall overcome this syntactical setback. Alright, your module Maverick, let's perform some import incantations and banish this error to the shadow realm. Love it. But yeah, I'm not getting any of the emojis, which is kind of a bummer, because it would look amazing. Emojis in the logs. That is rad. I love what he says though. All right, you deranged debugger, let's perform some voodoo on this code. Damn Skippy. Now listen here, you glorious glutton for punishment. We created a mock readable. Oh, there's all kinds of errors here. Hold up. Oh. What? Really? Oh my god, it's not escaping the freaking things in the comments. Like, as fun as it is that you're Hunter S. Thompson, like, let's, we've hit a wall at 200 miles an hour. These are awesome. Okay, hold on. Okay. I gotta tell it. You know, I'm going to start over. Start a new chat. This is my code. You are... Because every time you keep adding, everything before it is part of that prompt, and it adds into the tokens that are being passed in, which just kills your quota. So sometimes better just start over. So I'm just giving it fresh. Like, hey, look, here's the code. I still want you to be Hunter S. Thompson. And here's the error. And we'll just start from here. I spelled error wrong. I don't care. What now? I have to go to the bathroom. But I refuse to leave. We're 2 hours and 12 minutes in of this 10-week project. Gotta make this work. By the great Gonzo, you're asking me to conjure up the full incantation for this digital nightmare? That's what it feels like. I'm sorry if you're still watching. I really hope that Harold edits this down to make this not nearly as boring. Oh, this is brutal. There we go. Okay, we got past that problem. Now we're on to the next one. Holy mother of God, what a beautiful disaster we've stumbled into. The error log is like reading a fever dreams of a programmer and a 3-day mescaline binge. Let's dissect this beast, shall we? The heart of our problem is the rotting core of a digital apple. I don't care if it eats my tokens. I do not want to do this. You insatiable code junkie. You want the full Monty, the whole enchilada, the complete psychedelic experience? Well, strap in because we're about to embark on a wild ride through the twisted landscape of serverless madness. Here's the full, uncut director's edition of our Gonzo code. We're doing Gonzo code development. This is a worldwide first. Way more fun, I'll tell you that. This is the start of a JPEG file, all right? It's there, it's real, and it's as disappointed in us as we are in ourselves right now. It's worth a shot. If this doesn't do it, now I'm gonna go back to AI. See, this is what I do, right? So like if one kind of gets kind of stuck in a loop, flip it to another one, you get that kind of outside perspective, and you kind of get over those hurdles. Oh, it's changed my prompt into being Hunter S. Thompson. Whatever. It's funny, like, I'm sitting here trying to figure out, like, oh, let me see if I can figure it out. Meanwhile, over here, it's just going, like, why do I even bother? Where is readable? I don't even know where the word readable is. I can't even read right now. It does accept image inputs. I gave it to you how to do it. This is crazy. This one little thing is taking all this time to troubleshoot when it shouldn't. This is not the thing that should be the problem. Figure something out. Well, hot damn. I agree with you. Looks like our Lambda function has gone off the rails faster than a cocaine-fueled cheetah. Different? Give me something to work with here, man. Oh, it's not going to give me anything. Who'd have thought calling the AI would be the hardest part of this entire project? Back with Busy Boy. We're 3 hours in and I'm back to Busy Boy. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to use Busy Boy. I hope this isn't the case, but there's a time. This could be it where AI just eats it and you wind up having to do this stuff manually. Oh, come on. Where did that even come from? Oh. Okay. Okay, welcome back, people. So I had to take a little break from recording. I didn't stop working, as you can tell from the time. But actually, I guess that doesn't really tell you I didn't stop working. But I mean, you can the amount of stuff it's been nuts. So here's the deal. Anthropic doesn't work with Lambda. Not any way, shape, or form, or easy anyway. So like maybe as a layer it might work, but I was not going down that route. So when you include the Anthropic SDK, which you have to do to make the calls into Anthropic, there's a library dependency that does not work. You try to do it through pip install, doesn't work. You try to manually download the package and deploy it manually, doesn't work. Different versions, doesn't work. Different architectures, doesn't work. It's apparently a known issue. I found from Googling around some people also have the problem. It's rare, there aren't a ton of results about it, but it's crazy. So that's like the biggest problem I was having was everything was basically coming back to this thing isn't going to work. So I just said, screw it. I scrapped the entire idea of using Claude, and now I'm just using OpenAI. So I don't need to import any crazy OpenAI libraries or nothing. I'll show you what I actually have here. So now, basically the only thing I have to add, so this is my build script, right? So the only thing I need to import is requests. Easy, very simple. That one I know works no problem. And now it goes through. So this has been crazy. There have been a couple things in here that I did figure out that just wasn't recorded because I didn't think it was worthwhile at the time, but I will point it out because it was something new to me. So in the API gateway, and OpenAI taught me this, if you go to API settings, you have to add multi-part form data as a binary media type in the API gateway and then redeploy it. Otherwise, that data is not coming through properly, and it can't be grabbed from Lambda and interpreted and then re-encoded as base64 and uploaded to OpenAI. So that was one thing I had to do. So that was pretty much really the only big thing. Other than that, it was just grabbing the image. There's a lot of error handling in here. And now we're going to try this thing out. So if we go here, clear logs. Okay, here we go. So we're going to upload a picture of a burger. Yeah, look, this is some more fun stuff that I was trying to work. This is how I figured out the multi-part stuff. Actually, OpenAI told me, I was like, that's crazy. So I started looking for it, and then I found here how to do it. So, anyway. Okay, analyze my meal, and we got the process. Here we go. So the content's coming back, as you can see, which is rad. Image features a burger, includes, let's see, sesame bun, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't have all that stuff in there. This is where it starts to get easy, I hope. So here's the photo upload. Let's see here. Actually, I should probably go to the results page. So now, if we go back to, can you tell I have way too much going on here? Rebel. Okay, multi-part, formal parsing, part multi-part, the API gateway. This one? Nope, that's 4.0. AI helper plan. Here we go. I've hit the team limit for, oh yeah, I ran out. So anyway, that's why I copied this, so I have it. So now, let's just do this. So here's that. Okay, so now I'm just giving it the plan so it has it. Great, got it. Thought for a couple seconds, and now it's very happy that I gave it to it. Okay, so now I'm going to, here's my Lambda function. So I just need to make it update this prompt, really. Okay, so now I'm passing in code, and I'm telling it to update the prompt. Because right now the prompt is pretty minimal. It's just saying, what is this? Because really, that's the easy part. Getting everything else is obviously a much more difficult part. So now this thing's reading it, it's doing all this stuff. Oh, I'm doing O1 Mini? How did that... I should be using PyCharm at this point since I've completely flipped from Node to Python, but again, not happening. Okay, so now I have the description. So now let's just copy the prompt that it's made. So here's my prepare the prompt. Prepare to fast forward. Yeah, I had a better one than that. Let's go back to what I wanted. What? Did you not put in my prompt at all? Because, like, I'm not. No, you didn't. Because I am jackass. Prompt. Prompt. Whoa. There we go. Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay. Go. Clear. You. Back. Burger. Analyze my meal. Okay. Still think we're Jason, or it's not for me. I don't know. Okay. Successfully received response. Okay. There we go. So it's getting a little out of hand there with all this stuff, and I'm not even going to pretend to do this right now. My mind is fried. It is past midnight. I don't even know what time to start doing this, but I have not left here. See? Look. This is how much we've gone now. Updated prompt. I didn't ask you to update my prompt. I just asked you to update the JSON response. That's all. I don't want you to touch my prompt, because that's just dumb. I don't like that at all. You're going to tell me what to do. Yeah, don't do that. Okay. Anyway. Burger. Actually, I want to see the response. Oh! Oh! Yes! It did it. I cannot read this. Nutritional grade C. Ooh, interesting. Okay, enjoy this classic cheeseburger. We have juicy beef patty with cheese, fresh veggies. It's delicious chew. Be mindful of sodium and fats. Warnings: contains allergens, wheat, dairy, and soy. High in sodium. Yes! It's working! It just looks like crap, but that's easily fixable. Holy crap. Crappy crap, crap, crap. I need to go back because I need to see. Oh, you know, does it have. Huh. Cool. Love it. Don't care. Okay, but let's just do this. I want to see that raw response. So I'll upload another burger, analyze my meal. Show me that response. This is what I need. Error processing. What? You just worked. What are you talking about right now? Failed to parse AI response into JSON. Do it again. What's going on? It just worked. Everyone saw it. I'm glad I'm recording the screen so everyone doesn't. Okay. AI response is this thing, which is all I care about. Okay. So. Let's see if that kind of helps. This is like kind of a long shot, but I don't really want to be. I'd rather just get the prompt right rather than having to code for something like that. I'd rather just respond back to me how I want it to respond back to me. Right? So let's see if I can get that thing to strip those chicks out of there. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, nice. See? See? I'm not crazy. Okay. Here's the response. Item, cheeseburger. Total calories, 300. Total fat. Cholesterol. Protein. Total carbohydrates. Total sugars. Okay, ingredient breakdown. Okay. So the warnings. This is actually next. Okay, cool. I like that too. Okay, so now we got to go back to photo uploads. Oh, how are we going to catch it up to where we are now? Okay. Okay. Here's what we do. Okay, so I think I can still keep this going. So, and now I can do images, which is pretty rad. Okay, so let's see. I don't know if it has access to the code or not since I switched the LLM. We're about to find out. Okay. You know what? At this point, I don't care. It's not right, but I don't care. It's 12:19. What time? 12 o'clock what? Stupid. Okay. Whatever. It's there. Code. Doesn't like. Works. Yeah, I want you to fix this error. It keeps, you see this? This is stupid because that is a big problem. That's not a real model. And it keeps doing this. It keeps changing that. And it's so annoying. Stop it. Just stop it. You're messing up my prompt. Man. Okay. Response. I'm just going to try this. Okay. That is right. This is just stupid. Okay. So we are going to leave that alone. That we're going to put back to there. This analysis thing is garbage. And results. Okay, so let's do this real fast. Just want to do a quick test. Okay, burger. Make sure I'm getting a just not as pretty version. It's there, just like that. Okay. Ta-da! Damn it. Now what? What doesn't it like now? Okay, I don't know why it's not parsing this right now, which is bizarre. Okay, so results. JS. What? That's what you're supposed to give me. This is crazy. It works sometimes. That's nuts. Nope, replace placeholders actually official ones. You know what? Forget this 4.0 menu. Let's just go to 4.0. I'm not really sure. This is probably not a good idea. Okay. Do not change the prompt. Okay, let's see what it says. Validate the message. This is not the way to fix this. It's definitely not how we solve this problem. But this is how we solve this problem at 12:30 in the morning, as we just went through. Yeah, it's going in a loop right now like crazy because it's not matching. Oh. Loops are such a horrible, horrible idea. I shouldn't have done that. I should really form that JSON myself and send it back. Yeah, that loop. That was just not a good idea at all. It's begging for a moment. And no response. Okay, what do we get here? Validation here, actually. Okay. How is that still coming in? I'm definitely wiping that out right here. Okay. Ooh, nice. Much better. Much better. That's changing. I'm really curious about this logo, though. It's a lot of things to do. Let's see, navigation. All right. Let's see what we got. It's getting tired like me. Let's see what we got now. We don't care. And now, I see it top there, category value, nice. Didn't think of that. Oh man, we are almost there. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning too. What? This is stupid. Okay. So many styles. Paste. Let's try this. Veggie burger. Veggie burger nutrition. Oh, look at that. Nice. Okay, I can't fix that. Don't care. Okay. Install voice. Upload. So we can try to deploy this thing. Come on. Play the React app here, so I'm not sure what to do. Yes, I need to create the bucket thing to deploy to. Well, let's see what I can do. Creation. I'm creating a user. I'm not doing this. No. We are definitely there. Nope. Nope. This over here so you can't see this. No need for this. Sorry, I'm setting up all the GitHub stuff and I don't even feel like accidentally showing anything on here. So move all this stuff over here. I set up the freaking admin on the thing. So much fun. This is so much fun. I love spending all my time doing absolutely dumb crap like this. I don't know. I've never deployed a React app. This whole thing for Amplify is completely different than what I've ever done before. So I have no idea what's happening. I guess we'll find out together. Is this important? Oh, nope. Trogdor! I'm losing my mind, sorry. This is deploying. It's probably going to take a few minutes to deploy. I can tell you this. I'm hurt. Hey. Still deploying. Still deploying. Food touch with a fake pineapple. Okay, well, I'm not sure what time I started this. I want to say like around 6. Crap, it's been a long time. Well, if we remember the very beginning of this thing, we go back to the project plan. It said it was going to take 10 weeks, or week 10, so maybe 11 weeks, to get this done. So, deployed. Okay. Work. Does it work? Bison burger. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. It works. Works. Oh, I can do it. Perfect. This is crazy. This works. Oh, look at that. Do not consume. And I do say this is a decorative plant in a pineapple-shaped pot. While it may be visually appealing, it is not edible, and no nutritional value is associated with it. Be sure not to consume this item. That's awesome. It works. It freaking works. Water. So I don't really have any food around me. I haven't eaten anything today except for that bite of donut during the podcast recording from hours ago. Water, really. This is awesome. Okay, let's do another one. This is crazy. It's working. It totally works. Wah, wah, wah. Nutritional grade D. That's awesome. Okay. Oops. Okay. You know what? I'll do this. Okay. One change. Honestly, because it's now all on Amplify, all I gotta do is just push the change and it instantly shows up on the website. So, navigation, this whole thing is messing stuff up. So, and I'm not even using it, it's making it all look weird, it's showing stuff off the site. Let's just get rid of that for right now. I'll do it here. Okay. There we go. Now, let's go over here, change, stage, links, commit, push. And now, when we go here, as soon as this thing detects the change in the repo, it automatically deploys as you see it doing. So now, I can just make changes and they instantly deploy to the website, which is freaking awesome. Custom domain. This thing is still going through activation. It's going to take a while. This was an idea that Ian was saying, there's this app, it's bogus, it doesn't work. And I'm like, well, I know how it's working. And I just made it. And it's all in React Native. So now I can take this app and port it to iOS, I can port it to Android with very minimal configuration changes. This is crazy. I just code a little logo and boom, have an app. So Once I get this thing going, I'm sure it's working right, I will release the source code and I'll post the link to the GitHub below here. It's deployed. Let me just check this app out now. So I made it to where I removed these links at the top because it was looking a little annoying. Yeah, that's better. Pink. Use. Red. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm going to post the link to all the GitHub repo for all this code so you guys can have it all. And yeah, we're just going to go revoke all those API keys because I don't want you to have them. But yeah, app works. This is amazing. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm out. I don't even know how to do it. Later, guys.